I own 2 of these. I got one, I gave one to Danny. Why? I used to fumble. I lived in Arizona, right? 150 degrees there every dang day, right? And if you don't have a sunshade in Arizona, well, you don't belong in Arizona, right? People look funny at you if you don't have one because it's so bloody hot that your interior can get up to 130, 140 degrees. Not only that, it rots out the entire interior of your car, whether you've got leather, vinyl, whatever, even cloth, it bleaches it out. We got a way that you can lower the interior temperature of your car by as much as 30, maybe even 40%. All right, it fits in any windshield. It's called the BrellaShade because basically it works like an umbrella. Hit the button, pop it up, you're done. None of this, none of the origami, twisting and folding and all that stuff. You just open and close it. I'll show you how it works. Here it is, I got one in front of the windshield. So when you get it, it's gonna look like this. You got your choice. It comes in pink, comes in red, comes in black, okay? Got a little case, looks just like an umbrella. And then when you get in your car, here's what you do. It's got a little button on the bottom, right? You just pop it open. It locks into place. You stick it in your windshield. Look, there's even a place for your window, for your rearview mirror. Put it in place, it locks in, okay? On the back, there's a little handle. You can either put that behind the steering wheel, whatever, it just kind of balances. When you're done, you get in your car, you just close it, like that. Ooh, put it back in the thing, put it back under the car. Easiest thing you've ever tried. Today we're doing it at $24.95. It's the DLX. It'll fit pretty much any car, SUV. Item number 787510. Lou Caputo is back, and he's gonna tell us a little bit. Lou, I own 2. I love this product, right? So smart.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, and I always tell people this is going to be the best sunshade you ever own because it's the one you're actually going to use. Because we all know everybody out there at some point in their lives has tried all the different ones, the kinds that fold like an accordion, the kinds that pop out. I'll show you one of those in a little bit. There's all different kinds. But the problem is, yeah, you can put them in, but then it's just a pain to take them out. So we just stop using them. And then, of course, like you said, Guy, you get all that damage. The BrellaShade, very compact package. If you can open an umbrella, you can open the BrellaShade. It is literally that simple. It has this, oh, by the way, it comes with a case. So if you want to take the time and put it in there, that's awesome. I just do this, you know, compact it down, put it away. It has hook and loop around it to keep it secure, just like a regular umbrella. You take that off like this. And like you showed, Guy, you extend the handle like that. And then there's a button on the inside and you press it and the BrellaShade opens up. Now, some of the neat things about this is you've got that reflective material on this side. This is 57 inches across. So this is going to fit in pretty much any windshield that's out there, from a big truck all the way down to a little vehicle, because the sides of this are also flexible. And I'll show you the back in a second. There's more hook and loop right here. And this is the part that's going to go around your rearview mirror. Okay, so if you have it up there in the car and you want to get this close to the windshield, you can do that. If I look at the frame on the back of this, and by the way, the colors are exclusive to HSN, and so is this frame, okay? That's in back here. This is fiberglass that's in the back of this right here. So this is flexible, and that's how it fits into any side windshield. But here's the big deal I was talking about from the beginning. The sunshade that's the best one is the one you're going to use. So when I get out of the car, done. It's ready to go, guys. Saving 30 degrees in heat, taking care of 99.9% of the infrared that eats up your dashboard, your seats, and everything else in your car, guy. This is genius.
Well,
genius.
And I've watched people, I don't know about you, but I've watched people fumble with the, you know, with the sort of spring-loaded one that's got the wires and you just twist it and all that stuff. And then where do you put it, right? Because it's still round and it's that big and you got to kind of find a place. You put it, try to wedge it in the side of the seat. This is so easy. And, you know, getting into a car, especially if you've got kids or pets and you get in your car and the car's 100 degrees and you're like trying to get the AC to go. And it's the same, even in the wintertime. You can get in a car in the wintertime, same thing, right? You're still burning out your seats because those UV rays, all right? You know, you may not have the heat, but those rays still get in there. This is a way to repel it. This is how we show it. And, you know, obviously we have our little heat sensor up there. Look at the difference, okay, when you look at it, because it's reflecting the heat on the mirror side, on the outside. So one side it's 93, the other side it's 123. You want to get in a car that's 120, that's not getting in a car, that's getting in an oven. Get yourself a couple of these. They also make really great gifts. So if you know somebody that travels for a living, somebody that maybe is a salesperson, works on the road, and could really use them, pop open and close so easily. Just like a regular umbrella. And by the way, in a pinch, if you need an umbrella and you don't have one, you can always use it as that.
That's right.
Or you can use it as a sunshade. I know, I've seen people, I've actually seen these on the beach. People like prop them up behind their towel so that they can cover their face so that their face doesn't get burnt. So they're ideal for that. The exterior is has that mirror coated finish so that it reflects. So you never have to worry about it. And then it just kind of wraps up, boo, boo, boo. You put it in the bag. This is what it looks like. when it's sitting in your car. So it takes up very little space, you know, to stick it, you know, underneath the front of the seat or whatever. And get a couple of these, right? They fit any car, they fit any SUV, and they're easy to use. I mean, you're not fumbling around. And, you know, look at the FlexPay, $5.
Yeah.
Get a couple of these. I'm telling you, you're gonna love them. Because they work.
So they do work, and that's the thing about these is that every single time you're going to use them because they're simple. It's fast. It's easy. There's no science involved in folding them up. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh gosh, which part do I tuck in where? You know, you don't worry about that. For me, the big deal though is the fact that it is repelling the 99.9% of the UV rays. Like I actually had a dashboard that fell apart at one point because of the sun. I'm a kid from New York. When I first moved to Florida, I didn't think in my life that the sun could be this strong. Okay. It is, and it will eat through the interior car. By the way, you were talking about these things a minute ago. This is one of those, you know, case that pops open, okay? There's a couple problems with it. First of all, look how big this is. Now, if I'm sitting in my car, okay, I have to get out to fold this up. This is not something I'd sit in the driver's seat with the steering wheel in front of me and fold up. So I got to get out of the car. Here's the other problem. The end of this is not solid. It's not rigid. So if I'm trying to reach the far side of the windshield in my truck, I can't get my arm to go over there. And then, of course, there's that whole thing about folding this thing up. I had one of these. I never used it. With the BrellaShade, here's the difference, okay? First of all, easy to open, quick to open. I don't have to reach the far side. I got one hand free. I can push this anywhere I want to, all right, and put this in there. And because it has this frame in the back, it's going to stay in place. It's going to remain rigid because that's going to hold it. Now, if the windshield's smaller, it folds on the side. So you're going to be able to put this in any side. And then when I'm done, you saw how quickly it folded. Boom. Just like that. Put it in your center console. Put it under the seat. Put it in that little cubby hole in the side of the door right there. It's always going to be there when you need it. And like you were saying before, and this is one of the things about this that I love, I can take this, and in a pinch, I can block the sun and keep it off of my head as well. I mean, come on. This thing is genius.
You know, how many times have you gotten in your car, right? And I lived in Arizona, so that's, you know, that's the hottest place, pretty much, one of the hottest places in the country.
In the world.
Get in the car, and you burn your butt, right? You burn the back of your legs because your seat is so freaking hot. Or, you know, my producer Andre just said, do you ever get in your car and you put your arm like on the door because the sun went right through the windshield and it got on your door panels, and you put your arm in and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. This is a way to be able to get rid of that, right? How about if you're getting up in the morning, like here in Florida or Arizona? Florida worse than Arizona because we have the humidity.